Football is not cheap anymore, and these 10 players prove it. This is the current top 10 by market value, and the top 3 are completely wild. At number 10, Federico Valverde shows that market value is not only about tricks and highlights. The Real Madrid midfielder is one of the most complete players in the world. He can play central midfield, wide right, deeper in a double pivot, and still look elite in every role. That matters. Clubs pay huge money for players who solve problems, and Valverde solves almost all of them with power, pace, pressing, and ridiculous stamina. He is the kind of player managers trust first and opponents hate tracking. What really lifts him is how he delivers in the biggest games without always owning the spotlight. Champions League nights, title races, big Clásicos, he looks the same. Aggressive, clean, and reliable for 90 minutes. With all due respect to other midfielders around this mark, very few give you this mix of engine, versatility, and big club mentality. That hidden value matters just as much as highlight clips. He may not be the flashiest name in the ranking, but 120 million says he is elite. At number 9, Bukayo Saka feels like Arsenal's safest superstar. He is still only 24, but he already plays like the man the whole attack trusts. From the right wing, he gives goals, assists, ball carrying, and that calm decision-making top players have when a game gets tight. In a market obsessed with upside, Saka has something even better as well: proof. He has already carried huge pressure for club and country and kept producing. He also protects the ball brilliantly and keeps attacks alive under pressure. Think about Arsenal's title pushes. Again and again, Saka has been the player defenders double up on first, and he still finds a way to hurt teams. That left foot, the timing of his runs, and his composure from the spot make him a nightmare to manage. Another winger could match him for flair, but Saka edges plenty of them because his end product feels dependable. That consistency is expensive at the very top. 120 million for Saka looks completely fair. At number 8, Jamal Musiala is probably the purest dribbler in this whole list. The Bayern Munich star glides through tight spaces like the ball is tied to his boot. He can play as a 10, start wide, drift inside, and turn a slow attack into something dangerous in one move. That is why his market value stays so high. Players who can break structure on their own are rare, and Musiala does it at an elite level. There is almost no clean way to press him when he gets half a yard. A lot of attacking midfielders need space to look special. Musiala does his best work when there is almost none. That close control has already decided huge Bundesliga games and big nights for Germany as well. Compared with some of the names below him, he is less about volume and more about unlocking the whole picture. That is why defenders start backing off before he even accelerates. When a team needs one player to beat two men and change the rhythm instantly, Musiala is worth every bit of 120 million. At number 7, Michael Olise might be the name that surprises casual fans most, but the talent has been obvious for a while. Left-footed, elegant, and incredibly sharp in the final third, Olise has the profile every elite club wants on the right wing. He can create from a standstill, slip passes through packed defenses, and punish teams on set pieces too. That combination of age, technique, and ceiling is exactly what drives a market value up fast. He looks calm, but he plays with real bite and real intent. His rise at Crystal Palace showed the raw quality, but the move to Bayern Munich confirmed how highly the game rates him. What stands out most is how easy he makes hard passes look. He does not need 10 touches to create danger. With respect to other young wingers, Olise gets a premium because he brings both flair and real playmaking. Creative wingers are common. Creative wingers this efficient are not. One good season can raise a value. Olise looks built to hold 140 million. At number 6, Jude Bellingham being outside the top 5 tells you how stacked this list is. The Real Madrid midfielder is only 22, already a global star, and already trusted on the biggest stage in club football. He is not just talented, he looks built for pressure. Bellingham can drive through midfield, crash the box, defend duels, and set the tempo when the game gets messy. Players with that complete package almost never stay cheap. That mix is why clubs dream about building an era around him. His first season in Madrid told the story. He arrived at the biggest club in the world and instantly started deciding matches, sometimes with late goals, sometimes with pure authority in midfield. That early impact matters because it removed all doubt about the step-up. Compared with some more specialist players on this list, Bellingham gives you almost everything. There are stars, and there are franchise players. Bellingham looks like both. The reason he is not higher is simple. The names above him are even more explosive in the market right now. At number 5, Vinicius Jr. is still the winger defenders fear most in open space. Real Madrid have built huge moments around his pace, directness, and ability to turn one duel into a full defensive crisis. He is not just about highlights anymore either. Vinicius has matured into a match winner who can decide the biggest nights in Europe. That is why 150 million feels right. He is already proven, still in his prime, and still terrifying to stop. Even fullbacks who survive one duel usually cannot survive the second. 2 Champions League final goals have changed how people talk about him. He is no longer the exciting wide player with raw potential. He is the man who can settle the biggest game on the calendar. Even when his finishing runs hot and cold, the threat never disappears because the 1v1 ability is constant. With all due respect to elite wide players below him, very few bend a defense like Vinicius. That constant fear keeps his price near the very top. He stays premium for a reason. At number 4, Pedri is the reminder that the market still pays huge money for control. Barcelona's midfield star does not need chaos to dominate a match. He does it with positioning, balance, first touch, and the kind of passing that keeps a whole team connected. That profile is rare. A top winger can destroy you in bursts. Pedri can control 90 minutes. For a club building around possession and tempo, that is gold. He is not loud, but he controls games like a senior pro. When he is fit, the game seems to slow down around him. Spain have leaned on that calm, Barcelona have leaned on that calm, and it is why his value keeps climbing even after injury setbacks. There are midfielders who score more and midfielders who tackle harder, but very few run a match this cleanly at his age. That kind of midfield authority is almost impossible to replace. 150 million is the price of a player who makes elite football look simple. That always costs more. At number 3, Kylian Mbappe at 200 million almost feels normal now, which is crazy. He has been a global superstar for years, and he still sits right in the sweet spot of age, production, and commercial power. Goals, pace, big game reputation, superstar aura. He checks every box the market loves. Whether he starts wide or through the middle, the threat is obvious. Every defense changes its whole plan when Mbappe is on the pitch. There is no safer bet in football when the stage gets huge. The easiest reminder is still that World Cup final hat-trick. Very few players can make the biggest stage in football look built for them, and Mbappe already did it. Since then, he has kept stacking goals and carrying attacks like it is routine. On pure star power, you could argue him even higher. But the 2 names above him are either a specialist goal monster or a teenage phenomenon. That is why even third place looks almost unfair. Mbappe being third is still absurd. At number 2, Erling Haaland is the most expensive pure number 9 in world football, and it is not hard to see why. He strips the game down to the thing clubs pay most for: guaranteed goals. Manchester City already had control, creativity, and possession. Haaland gave them ruthless finishing on top of all that. He is bigger, faster, and more direct than almost every center forward on the planet, and the numbers keep backing the eye test up. Even his missed chances tell you how often he gets into the right areas. The Premier League goal record in his first season told everyone this was not hype. Add the treble, add the constant fear he creates inside the box, and the value climbs on its own. Mbappe may be more fluid, but Haaland is different because his speciality is so extreme. He can spend half a game quiet and still leave with 2 goals. Pure goals still move the market more than almost anything. At 200 million, he is the market's ultimate finisher. Only one name is even crazier. At number 1, Lamine Yamal being here at 18 is the clearest sign of how outrageous his ceiling looks. Barcelona are not treating him like a kid anymore. Spain do not treat him like a kid. He is already a starter, already a difference maker, and already playing with a level of confidence most veterans need years to build. Left foot, balance, creativity, 1v1 ability, final ball. The package is already elite before he has fully grown into the game. That is almost unheard of at this age in modern football. Winning over the football world that early matters. His performances for Spain at Euro 2024 turned hype into proof, and every month since has made the value easier to understand. The scary part is that he is not the finished product yet. Haaland gives you monster output, Mbappe gives you global superstar certainty, but Yamal gives you something clubs almost never see. Top-level quality and endless future upside at the same time. That combination is why his ceiling is being priced like history, not just form. That is why he sits first. From Valverde's all-action reliability to Yamal's teenage explosion, this list shows what the market pays for now. Elite output, elite age, and elite upside. And right now, nobody combines those things better than the names at the top. Who is too high, who is too low, and who is missing from your top 10? Drop your ranking in the comments, then like the video, and subscribe for more straight-up football lists every week.